Young priest Chen. Every day, my family's grave emits red light and ghost cries. You must suppress it tonight no matter what. A mere yin spirit. I can destroy it with a flip of my hand. Watch closely, everyone. Where's this yin spirit and red light coming from? The ghost cries are just mechanical traps set by me and the old man. If I don't scare you out of your wits, how can I get the silver out of your pockets? The living immortal! Young priest is truly a living immortal. With your heavenly divine power, even the Yama king would have to kowtow to you if he came. Like hell, the Yama king is actually coming for me. The old fraud and I never planted a black smoke trap like this. There really is a ghost in this grave. Finally, it's done. Those bastards forced me to abandon my physical body, to cultivate the path of the mysterious ghost. I'll use you mortals as nourishment. Move, legs. Move for me. Ah, Buddhist divine light. You, a mere mortal ant, how could you possess such a great treasure? Ah, I survived? What exactly is this broken bead the old fraud gave me? So this is that evil cultivator's physical body. Since he was a cultivator, he must have treasures on him. Found it. A storage bag. It really is an immortal cultivator's storage bag. I can't open it without a shred of spiritual power. I can't open it at all. Good heavens. You let me live a second life. But in this dog-eat-dog world, being a precarious wandering orphan was one thing. But why won't you even give me the lowest grade spiritual root? Are you really going to shut me out of the door so heartlessly? It's all junk. Even with a mountain of gold, I couldn't buy half a steamed bun. A transmigrator's golden finger is just a broken mirror that only absorbs moonlight and repairs secondhand junk. Even if I repair this soul banner, what then? Without a spiritual root, I don't even have the qualification to activate it. Wait. This mirror can repair secondhand junk. Since this evil cultivator had a spiritual root when he was alive, can I use a secondhand spiritual root? Absorb! Absorb it for me. Forget it. In the end, if it's not in my fate, I shouldn't force it. A mortal is just a mortal. Oh? This is... I actually possess a spiritual root. Hold on. An evil cultivator just died in this godforsaken place. Who knows what other trouble it might cause? Fortunately, they just fainted. They should wake up before long. If they really died here, the authorities would trace it back to me and the old man. Then the trouble would be huge. No, this body is too weak. If I stay in this desolate wilderness any longer, I might actually die here. I can't worry about you guys anymore. Saving my own life is what matters. You goddamn corrupt official. You'll die a miserable death. Pa, served him right. I knew that Taoist named Luo was a charlatan. Exactly. I heard Squire Lee's servant got up last night and caught this dog thing burying things in the backyard rockery. Those green powders that make ghost fire were caught on the spot. It wasn't just the Lee family. Squire Zhao in the west and the widow Wang on the front street said this liar played tricks to cheat them out of dozens of silver taels. Chief Zhang of the inspection office gave a strict order. He's going to skin him alive this time. Exposed. Everyone in town knows I'm his little apprentice who plays the ghost. If I go out now, I'll lose a layer of skin in jail at the very least. Master, it's not that I'm disloyal, but I'm like a clay Buddha crossing the river, hardly able to save myself. Let's just leave it to fate. Hey, look at your tattered Taoist robe, and you're acting all sneaky. I reckon you're the little apprentice who plays the ghost. Under that fraud on you. Chief Zhang gave orders. Anyone can escape but you. You little accomplice. You really made me search for you. My bones feel like they're falling apart. 2 lives I've lived. And I finally got a hope for a cultivation. Yet this broken mirror can't produce a divine weapon to cut these chains. Nor a life-saving elixir. Am I really going to die miserably in this mortal prison? Old Man Luo. Old Man Luo, you're awake. Zhao Tu, I really didn't expect that I'd spend my whole life defying fate, only to end up falling here. And I even dragged you into this, you little brat. Old man, don't say all that. Save your strength. My body was already full of ailments, and now with a broken leg, I definitely won't live long. When they come for the interrogation, just insist that you knew nothing about any of it. I'll take all the blame. You're young. As long as you act pitiful, those magistrates will at most give you a beating, but they won't sentence you to death. You'll have to walk the path ahead alone. Old man, I won't let you die in vain. There must be a way to break this situation. Luo, old man, don't be in such a hurry to give your last words. Tell me honestly, where did this golden bead actually come from? Last night at the graveyard, this bead burst with a golden light and literally shattered a cultivator's soul to pieces. Sigh. I knew it. Since this thing manifested its power on you, I might as well tell you everything. You always thought I only knew low-life deceptive tricks. Actually, many years ago, when I fled to the Lianyan mountain range, I saw a real living immortal. The old immortal took pity on me and kept me as a sweeping boy in the temple. I once saw him command a flying sword, and with one strike, he cut off the head of a tiger demon larger than a bull. I was born dull, with no spiritual root in my body. destined to have no connection with the immortal path. The day I left, the old immortal gave me this immortal bead to ward off evil, saying it could protect my life once. I've done all sorts of shady business in my life. Until that winter, when I dug you out from a snowdrift, you little brat. You were so hungry then you didn't even have the strength to cry. Old man, stop talking. Save your strength. We've depended on each other all these years, even though I ordered you around quite a bit. In my heart, I've long since considered you my own flesh and blood. When I left, I vowed that I'd return to see him once I made a name for myself. But I fell into bad habits after coming down the mountain, and became a swindler that everyone despised. How could I have the face to go back? I was afraid of tainting that pure Taoist temple. Linyan Mountain Range, Sunset Peak, Fulong Temple. Once you get out, take the golden bead and find the old immortal. On my behalf, before his prayer mat, give him 3 heavy kowtows. Just say your disciple, Luo Lazy, was unfilial. What I owe him in this life? Luoyan Peak, Lianyan Mountain Range. Furong Temple, I got it memorized. As long as I can get out, I'll definitely deliver your message. And cut out a few more times for you. Little 2. Since the golden pig manifested its power on you, maybe you really are destined for cultivation. Go ask him to reveal some magic. Fulong Temple, Lianyan Mountain Range. I got it memorized. Hey, the old man just passed. Well, that saves me from being flogged in court. Open the door and lock this kid up. The old man is dead. This entire mess is now your fault. The victims are riled up. The county magistrate said you'd take the blame. The supplier? Stop the execution, Officer Zhang. Spare him. Lord Sun, this is the main jail. What are you doing here? Young priest Chun, a living immortal. If it weren't for your divine powers last night, and striking down that grave's evil spirit with gold light, my whole family would have been doomed. Fire. Here's 500 taels of silver. Money from the victims. I, Sun, have repaid the immortal tenfold. The rest all goes to the county magistrate and Officer Zhang for tea. Anyone dares harm the living immortal, I'll risk my life against them. Hurry up and unlock the restraints for young priest Chen. How oblivious can you be? Money makes the world go round. Old man, you schemed all your life. Yet in the end, a twist of fate and a few hundred taels beat you. My master's sacred remains. I want to take them. Rest assured, living immortal. I'll prepare the finest coffin right away. Old man Luo, your whole life, you loved the Chanshui strong liquor from Spring Breeze Tavern. Today you'll drink your fill. You lied your whole life, but in the end wanted to die a self-sacrificing good teacher. Too bad, your schemes were loud. But in the end you couldn't predict society's rules. Oh well. Between fate and mischance. At least your disciple survived in the end. Old man Luo. Your apprentice is leaving. Old man Luo. I swear I'll go to Fulong Temple. First, to kowtow and fulfill your wish. Second, because in this endless sea of people, That is my only chance at immortality. No more magic power. Storage bag won't open. As for this evil cultivator's flag, even if I could fix it, I must never touch it. No powers, so why attempt blood-linking recognition? I'd probably drop dead before it recognizes me. I'd die before that happens. Restore for me. Seven Slaughters Manual. It's all gibberish. Other than the opening summary, I can't understand a thing. Turns out this is the matching shoe technique. Good and evil sex. In this cruel world, as long as you survive, who cares if it's a black cat or a white cat? But I'm not crazy yet. No one to guide me. Practicing some evil art blindly. If I go astray, I wouldn't even know how I died. Energy is drained. A weakling's last ace is now useless. Now how do I move forward? If this magic mirror can be fixed, can secondhand items work too? Only one way to find out. Nothing happened at all. Last time the Seven Slaughters manual took only a dozen seconds to fix. Maybe this mirror doesn't work on Buddhist treasures. It worked. Energy is drained. The harder it is to fix, the greater its origins. If it was repaired too easily, I would doubt its true power. Such bad luck. Can't even find an inn to stay in Yunshui town. Of course it's crowded. Fulong sect has thrown the gates wide open. Within a radius of hundreds of miles, everyone wanting to send their children to learn martial arts has gathered here. AI, at the foot of Luoxia Peak right now. I doubt even a fly could get in. Luoxia Peak in the Lianyan Mountains. Both place names match up. But I've been asking around everywhere these past 2 days. No one in town has ever heard of Fulong Temple. The one occupying Luoxia Peak is actually the famous martial sect, Fulong sect. Old Luo couldn't have mistaken this before he died. Decades have passed. Times have changed. That temple was called Fulong Temple. But this sect is called Fulong sect. How could there be such a coincidence? The people are very wary of the Fulong sect master. Either the old immortal master suddenly took an interest, seeing this mundane power, or that immortal master had already roamed Luoxia Peak, only to have it taken over by ordinary fighters. No matter what. Even if there's only a 1 in 10,000 chance, I still have to go to this Fulong sect myself. This body is 14 years old. So what if I'm past the age for martial arts training? With the wisdom of 2 lifetimes. As long as I can find a pretext. Even if I just sneak in, becoming the lowest level sweeper, it would still help me search for the master's whereabouts. Brother Chen, look. Standing on that tall platform. Must be someone important from Fulong sect. Master, once the hunting starts, stick close to me. My dad sold our only old yellow cow, just to gather enough money for me. Even if I have to risk my life today, I must get into this Fulong sect. To join Fulong sect, you need extraordinary perseverance. Anyone who climbs to the top along the vines within 1 hour will be considered qualified. Those who fall or exceed the time limit will all be sent down the mountain.
Begin.
This frail body is too weak. If I keep climbing like this, I'll definitely collapse. Fall down. I have to find a hidden spot to restore my strength with the treasured sword. Brother Chun, keep pushing. You can make it. Good kid. You keep it up too. Be careful. Hold on to the rock tightly. Don't ever let go of the vine. Brother Chun. My hand hurts so much. Stop talking. Hug the vine. No, I can't fall. This is the opportunity my dad worked so hard to get for me. I have to join Fulong sect. Brother Chun, thank you for pulling me up. Such a young age, yet so ruthless. That was close. If not for restoring my strength with the treasured mirror, I definitely wouldn't have survived the last 10 or so meters. Brother Chun, I clearly didn't reach the summit within the time limit. So why wasn't I sent down the mountain, but left here instead? Dashi, don't panic. You didn't pass the test, but the perseverance you showed must have caught the attention of the officials, especially since you kept going even after losing your grip. Fulong sect values not just aptitude, but also temperament. Really? You all didn't reach the top in time, but your perseverance was impressive. That's why you were allowed to stay. But in Fulong sect, talent comes first. Kid, how old are you? Have you trained in transformation techniques? No wonder I passed but got singled out. If you return to the office, kid, I wouldn't dare lie. I'm 14 this year. Official Mingjian. Kid, I've been alone since childhood. I admire your sex style. I know my skills are ordinary. I don't ignore the rules. But even if I'm just sweeping or chopping wood here, just to see the heroic style up close, that would be enough for me. So I was tempted and hid my age. I begged the official to be merciful. This is a rare medicinal herb I found by chance, offering it as a gift to pay my respects to the official. Treat it as an apology. You're quite perceptive, kid. But the rules of the sect are strict. Letting you stay doesn't mean you're accepted. You still have to answer one question. You're not exempt either. If your answer satisfies me, I'll let you all join the sect. Took my 100-year-old purple snow ginseng and called it a blessing instead of a favor. Thank you, Steward, for making it possible. Steward, please present the question. Listen carefully. Suppose 7 severely wounded comrades are trapped in a desperate situation, and in your hands are only 3 life-saving elixirs, as well as 4 sharp blades. Each blade can only be used 4 times. How can you evenly distribute these 3 elixirs among the 7 to prolong their survival? Until help arrives? Waiting for rescue. You can simply place the 3 elixirs side by side. Use 4 blades to cut them separately. Cut them into fine pieces. Mix them into water. Divide into 7 bowls. Everyone can then evenly share the effects of the medicine. And you? 7 people sharing 3 life-saving elixirs. There's no way they all survive. Since there are 4 blades, just use all 4 to free the 4 most severely injured. The remaining 3 each take 1 whole elixir. In a hopeless situation, sacrifice the weak to protect the strong. That way, a spark of life remains. That's a ruthless approach. Fulong sect rules must not be broken. You are overage, and that one-eyed kid has extremely poor aptitude. If we directly accept you both as formal disciples, it will be hard to appease the sect. Still, your perseverance is notable. Go to the Remnant Gold Pavilion in the back mountain to work as miscellaneous laborers. If you work diligently, you might get a chance to become formal disciples. Thank you, steward. Thanks for the sweet talk, steward. A cripple with no background, hoping to rise through sweeping floors, is nothing but cheap charity from the powerful. I will work hard, sir. Finally, everything is settled. Brother Chun, I still feel like this is a dream. We actually entered the Fulong sect. My father once said that as long as you work hard, even grinding an iron rod into a needle is possible. If I work well here and learn real skills, I can go down the mountain to redeem my family's old ox. Yeah, as long as we stay, there's always hope. Being a laborer is heavy work, but it's the perfect cover. As long as I can access the basic classics in the library pavilion, I'll be able to figure out those ancient writings. Understanding them early and cultivating immortality is the right path. How could it be? My alertness now didn't detect any footsteps outside. Getting close to you. Haha. Your hands and feet are quite nimble. The old man's surname is Wei Tong, manager of the library pavilion. Steward's son notified me yesterday. Looks like you two are the newbies. Greetings, Manager Wei. No need to be so formal. I've been in the library pavilion for many years. If you don't mind, just call me Old Wei from now on. Old Wei, you flatter me. From now on, we'll be under your care. Whenever there's a task, just let us know, Old Wei. You're a sensible kid. Since you're here at the Remnant Gold Pavilion, let me lay out the rules. The first floor houses mostly miscellaneous golden pillars. Every morning, you must wipe down the shelves. Be careful not to damage any classics. As for the martial practice field outside, all fallen leaves must be cleaned up by noon. Don't worry, Old Wei. We'll remember every rule. We wouldn't dare cross any line. As long as you follow the rules, working here can be quite peaceful. Go pick up your tools up front and get started. The old man is off to bask in the sun now. Walks without a sound. Even the cane makes no noise. The Fulong sect truly hides talents. Let's go. Time to get to work. Dashi, did you memorize the responses I taught you yesterday? Brother Chan, I've got them down. If you meet a formal disciple with a fierce look, just bow and give way. Just say, senior brother's skills are unmatched, and I'm ignorant. If questioned by a manager, focus on flattery they like to hear. Never interject rashly. That old man from the library pavilion casually showed me a breathing and standing method, which actually strengthened my weak body. My energy is overflowing now. The old man is definitely extraordinary. This past half-month, I've been probing around. The Fulong sect indeed rose out of nowhere decades ago. Even more terrifying is the sect leader who's been in seclusion for years. Master Cao, who is actually an immortal cultivator. No one in the sect knows about the old immortal master's existence. The secrets here are bottomless. Right now, I'm just an ant. If I investigate blindly, I'll surely die. While cleaning the scripture pavilion, I browsed through ancient texts. I finally managed to recognize all these archaic characters. This really is a cultivation technique that can guide ordinary people onto the path. But from the second level on, the strangeness of this technique becomes impossible to hide. It forcibly extracts living souls to refine soul banners, using the soul banners to turn living souls into spectral spirits, and thereby generates sinister energy, then feeding that energy back into oneself to speed up cultivation. Years of absorbing this sinister energy lets it erode your organs. Later on, it invades your mind. At best, you lose control and go mad, losing your sanity. And at worst, the sinister spirits devour you directly, annihilating your soul and spirit. Luckily, the first level of this 7 sinister technique doesn't require sacrificing living souls. It's actually just basic ink-style training. As long as I master the first level and draw qi into my body, even if I only have a trace of spiritual power, I'll be able to open that evil cultivator's storage pouch. Brother Chun saved my life once. I've taken care of all the helpers outside. No one is allowed to disturb his peace. The 27th Major Circulation Cycle. Most people can only manage 4 or 5 cycles a day at best. Greed for progress leads to death. If it weren't for the life-protecting mirror, the desperate method I'm using would have killed me 100 times by now.
Dead.
A full half-month, practicing like crazy day and night, and still not sensing even the slightest trace of qi. Could it be that this second-hand spiritual root in me is even worse than a fake root that's not worth mentioning? Its effectiveness is already next to nothing. There's no way out. Even if I'm a rotten piece of wood, I'll still grind open the barrier between mortal and immortal with sheer force. Absolutely no response. I can't hold out any longer. I'm going outside. I did it. Ah. First level of qi refining. My spiritual power has risen. The gap between mortal and immortal. I finally crossed it. Brother Chan, are you up yet? It's already late. Time for us to get to work. It's actually morning already. I sat in silent meditation all night, yet it felt like just a fleeting moment. Now that I've broken through the first level of qi refining, I feel like I have endless energy. Alright, I'm coming. Who exactly is this old man? He casually taught me a basic health regimen. Yet it works so unbelievably well, too. Calm a cultivator's mind. This is definitely no ordinary practice from the martial world. Let's go get something to eat first. Then clear the snow at the martial arts training ground on the front mountain. Keep your stance steady. And punch hard. Back then, my thoughts were pure. So I still believe going blind was just an accident. Before you have the strength to overturn the board, all anger is just the barking of a powerless dog. When I was just a normal person, these martial arts moves looked like a tangled mess to me. But now, the supposedly swift and powerful fists and kicks seem so slow and clumsy. Every strike, every force point is filled with flaws. The moves are stiff, and the body's energy is sluggish. These so-called ultimate martial arts skills are simply no match for cultivation techniques. Stop staring at that big stone and hurry up and finish sweeping this area. Later, we still need to haul coal from the storeroom. Hey, senior brother, did the new clothes get dirty? If you've got eyes, get out of my way. You dirtied my clothes. Can you afford to pay for them? I didn't mean to. You were standing too far out yourself. You still dare to talk back? Today I'll teach you some manners. You're asking for trouble. Ow! Senior brother, calm down. Senior brother, please calm down. This kid is clumsy. He bumped into senior brother without watching where he was going. He deserves punishment. Senior brother, you're someone with such high status and bright future. Why bother stooping to our level? We're just servants. If you harm yourself getting angry at us, or dirty your hands, that would be a sin we'd never dare to deny. Please, show mercy. Just treat us like nothing and let us go. At least you know how to read the room. Consider yourselves lucky today. Watch where you're going next time. If you mess with me again, I'll make sure you regret it. Let's go. Brother Chun. Let's sweep the snow. C.H. Sheen, Brother Chun. Really, you don't need to go to all this trouble. My clothes just got a small tear. I can patch it up with needle and thread when I get back. It's still wearable. Alright, stop rambling. This darn weather. If you get sick from the cold, who's going to handle the work in the scripture library? Am I supposed to do it all myself? I'll lend you the money for new clothes. You can pay me back after you make something of yourself. Take shelter from the wind outside for now. Wait for me. Your servant uniforms are all in the innermost corner. Go in, pick out a set that fits, and come right out. Don't wander around inside. Don't mess up the clothes from other divisions. Thank you, Supervisor. Damn blind fool. What a curse. Once this assessment period is over, I'm definitely going to find a chance to ruin that blind guy's other eye too. It's true, enemies are bound to cross paths. Turns out this is a pretty good place. I've been worrying about how to activate the ghost banner. Since you came right to me, I'll borrow your living soul for a bit. So this is a living soul? First time doing this. I'm not even the slightest bit scared. In fact, I'm excited. Looks like deep down, I've actually got some potential to become a demon cultivator. Do you still recognize me? Yes. You're the cleaning servant from this morning, before you're completely refined. You then serve as a soul-searching questioner. Tell me your family background truthfully. My name is Xiao Ziting. I'm the young master from a wealthy family outside Yangshui town. I have no backing inside the sect. Destroy the body and erase the traces. No proof of death. This storeroom is full of exits, many side doors. Even if they investigate above, who could possibly name? A servant with no martial arts. Who could just make a person vanish into thin air? The night young Master Zhao disappeared a month ago. Were you really sleeping in the woodshed the whole time? Didn't hear any unusual sounds? Instructor, please see clearly. I'm just a nobody. I was exhausted from sweeping snow that night. Collapsed and slept like a log. Young Master Zhao. He was such a precious person. I didn't even dare glance at him. How would I know where he went? Forget it, this kid doesn't have any inner strength at all. It's pointless to question him. Looks like Zhao Ziding probably couldn't take the hardship and ran away down the mountain overnight. Or maybe he slipped off a cliff. Bad luck. Wasted a month's effort. Let's go. The higher-ups don't plan to investigate. No proof of death. This cold case is officially over. The killing aura is bone-chilling. Hurts like being stabbed. But this demonic cultivation progress is so fast, it's addictive. The power of the ghost soul runs out too quickly. Turns out the treasure mirror can repair lifeless things and plants, but can't interfere with the cycle of souls. This path leads nowhere, since it can't fix the soul. Then give it some nutrients. I can't absorb this wild plant killing energy, but it's perfect for feeding you. Endless spiritual herbs. Get out. Trying to devour my consciousness. Keep dreaming. The early signs of yin evil entering the mind. Looks like the price for this shortcut has arrived. Before this hidden danger fully erupts, I must find a way to protect my soul. That set of warm-up moves the old man casually taught me can really suppress the backlash of demonic attacks. I'll need to spend more time around him in the future, if I can obtain even deeper techniques. The risk of going mad can be completely eliminated. Brother Chun, your health regimen is looking more and more impressive. I was just watching your smooth breathing. I could barely hear any sound. The food at the sect really nourishes people. You're developing a strong physique. Let's go sweep the front mountain. Brother Chan's setup is really intimidating. The armory's weapons have almost all been moved out these days. A major chaos is approaching. Just do your job well. Don't talk too much. Fulong Gate has been crazily expanding for years. The subjugated factions below depend entirely on holding their families hostage. Forced suppression. Now the three major sects have formed an alliance to hold out. Sect Master Cao Di is aiming for a decisive victory in one go. He wants to fully dominate the Lanyan Mountains. This is a martial world meat grinder with thousands of people. Human lives are as worthless as weeds. For my Yin Soul avatar, this is a true feast. As long as I can achieve extraordinary feats on the battlefield and rise to the sect's higher ranks, then I'll be justified in meeting the mysterious Sect Master Cao and investigating the whereabouts of the old immortal master. Evil spirits are invisible and formless to mortals. In the chaos of battle, I can release evil spirits to devour the scattered soul energy without anyone noticing. 2 birds with 1 stone. I've got martial arts. Can't fall behind in vitality either. Come. Give me a box. Flying flower chasing the moon. Combining spells with martial arts means I have nothing to worry about for self-defense. Everything's ready. But how can I, as a 14-year-old, with no strength to tie a chicken as a menial worker, reasonably and logically join this bloody conflict? Flying flower chasing the moon. Not a single leaf sticks to it. It's truly a fine sword. Breath concealment technique. As long as I wear it, even cultivators, who stand face to face, will only see me as an ordinary person with no cultivation. Another trump card added. But this cultivation is only supported by a fragmentary soul. The extracted evil energy is of poor quality. Without new soul supplementation, reaching the second stage of item refinement is out of reach. I must find a way to get some fragmented souls as supply. The weapons from the city district were moved down the mountain overnight. Even Luoxia Peak imposed harsh curfews. The war to unify the Lanyan Mountains is about to break out. As long as I can sneak into that meat grinder, there will be endless masterless fragmented souls on the battlefield. Brother Chan, it's morning. We should go practice now.
Coming.
Brother Chan, actually, today is my birthday. My father used to say, after today I'll be 10 years old. I'm a big kid now. Unfortunately, Dad's not around. Otherwise, he'd surely cook me a fried egg. Dashi, happy birthday. After we finish today's work, I'll take you to the kitchen at the foot of the mountain for a roast chicken to satisfy your cravings. Really, thank you, Brother Chan. How is that possible? Now my perception didn't even pick up the slightest footsteps. Who exactly is this old man? Greetings, Steward Wei. Greetings, Steward Wei. You two don't need to sweep today. I'm here today to give you an assignment. The sect master has issued a strict order. This time, we are mobilizing everything. We must wipe out the remnants of the Duanshui gang and 2 other clans. The area of battle ahead is vast. Each branch is short-handed. All menial workers on the mountain who can move are being transferred to go along. You 2 will follow the carts and horses down the mountain. You'll be at the rear of the formation, in charge of lighting fires and cooking, and transporting the wounded. Steward, these blades are unfeeling. If we go, we're afraid we might. Don't worry. The menial carts and horses are at the very back of the formation. It's very safe. As long as nothing goes wrong with this assignment, it'll count as a hard-earned contribution. You'll be promoted as official disciples ahead of the rules. Finally, I have an excuse to leave the mountain. A brutal battle involving thousands. That's the perfect natural treasure trove for my soul banner. As for the safety of the rear, if we're ever ambushed, the servants will be the first to get caught in the crossfire. But as per the steward's orders, we'll face fire and water without hesitation. Let's make the most of these next few days and prepare. Someone will let you know when it's time for us to break camp. Chun, it's been a while since I've seen you. Kid, did you eat some kind of magical elixir or something? You've grown so much so fast, steward. But as for this old man, I can see your forehead looks a bit darkened. So young. Have you been walking too many lonely paths at night lately? Did you pick up something unclean? If you can't suppress it yourself, it might just shorten your life. He saw through it. He even vaguely pointed out the baleful energy inside me. My blood and ki are failing, and I have no spiritual power. Is he actually a powerful cultivator in disguise? Or just an expert in feng shui and fortune-telling? Uncle Wei, please save me. Lately, I've really been having constant nightmares. At night, I always feel icy cold all over. Did I really get haunted by something dirty? Please, Uncle, show me the way. No need to panic. This old man does have a way to help you resolve it. Please grant me your remedy, Uncle. But we'll have to wait until you come back, alive and well from this war. I'll have to watch out for this old man in the future. Brother Chan, this place is seriously creepy. There isn't even a single bird singing. What if we really get into a fight here soon? What if masters from Medicine King Valley suddenly jump out from this forest? If the sky falls, the taller ones will hold it up. We're just servants who cook and make fires. Even if there really is an ambush, there are over 200 warriors with blades up ahead who aren't just for show. Talk less, do more. Don't go looking for trouble. This time, instead of sending their main force straight in, Fulong sect split everyone up, attacking from all sides. Are they afraid the 3 big sects outside have hidden cavalry lying in wait, planning to wipe us all out? What's even better is, the leader of this motley crew is the disciple of Sun Changsheng, the one who took my century-old purple snow ginseng.
His master.
As long as I find the right moment to show some value, I'll get rid of this servant status naturally. There's huge potential then. Everyone, let's hear your thoughts. In another 2 hours, we'll attack Maple Grove Village, just 10 li away. I, son, really don't get the orders from above. Why scatter all our forces everywhere? Just to suffer in this godforsaken place? Steward's son, Fulong's sect always acts with utter dominance. Those big shots upstairs. How could we possibly read their minds? True, with our hit-and-run tactics. If the sect leader wasn't unfathomable, we'd have lost our foothold in the martial world long ago. Now we can only risk our necks and tag along with the steward. Follow Steward's son through this ordeal. Reporting to Steward Sunday. I've already investigated outside Maple Grove Village, but I found something extremely strange. Inside the village. There isn't a single living soul. Not even a patrol torch is lit. I tried using rocks and urine signals to probe, but got no response at all. Are you sure you checked carefully? There are lots of valuables hidden in that village. It's impossible for there to be absolutely no one left to guard it. I'm willing to stake my head on it. It's eerily quiet inside the village. And there are no carriage tracks or footprints in the mud outside. There isn't even a sign that anything was hurriedly moved. If they don't know, then why would it suddenly look like an abandoned house? Unless the Medicine King Valley sensed things were off and moved out ahead of time? I'm worried it's clearly a trap. Maybe there's a killing formation set up inside, just waiting for us to go in and die. So, in your opinion, should all 100 of our brothers just keep waiting here, disobeying a direct order from the sect, and retreat without a fight? The top priority right now is to send a few people in to check things out first. Maple Grove Village is empty. We need someone expendable to scout ahead. Here's my chance for some merit. Steward's son, why worry about this? Didn't the sect assign a lot of accompanying servants this time? Just let them handle this scouting work. If they die, they die. Hey, it's you, kid. Chun Tu, at your service, Steward's son. I'm surprised you still remember me, sir. Me, just a humble servant. Haven't seen you in months. You've shot up quite a bit. Does Fulong sex food really work wonders? Guess we really are fated to meet. You've already been assigned to my squad. Steward's son, gentlemen. Just now as I was serving tea, I overheard your conversation. Even though I'm a servant, I've got a lot of spirit too. I want to make a name for myself in Fulong sect. I don't want to be a servant all my life. I beg you, give me a chance. Kid, you sure have guts. You've got no martial arts, no strategy. Your only advantage is that you look harmless. This is a job that could get you killed at any moment. I think you're desperate to get ahead. Sir, to answer you, I'm not afraid to die. And it's not like I know zero martial arts. Oh, you know martial arts? Then why, during the assessment that day? Steward's son, your insight is admirable. I once served as an apprentice in a martial arts academy for several years. I've been fascinated by martial arts since childhood. I also learned some basic farming techniques. Later, I met with misfortune. I suffered a serious illness, so my martial arts training had to be put on hold. On the day of the assessment, I knew very well that my rudimentary skills were not worth mentioning.
It wasn't until I joined the sect
And watched my senior brothers train every day that, as I observed them, the fire inside me reignited. So I started to imitate them and picked up my old foundation. Ah, you're testing my martial arts base. Kid, I really underestimated you before. During the previous assessment, I didn't see a hint of your true skills. Now that you show such ability, I'll make the decision right now to recognize you as a formal disciple. Tonight, you'll be responsible for scouting the path. If you successfully investigate Maple Manor's real situation, I'll recommend you for promotion to Inner Sect Disciple when we return. Thank you for your guidance, Master Steward. I promise not to fail the mission.
even if I must risk my life.
If you want to survive this chaos, you must take control yourself. Leading the scout team is exactly what I want. There's not even the slightest trace of life here. It's truly strange. Where did the people from Medicine King Valley go? What kind of trap was laid in this manner? Sun Changsheng's guess was correct. Maple Manor did indeed receive the warning in advance. But they didn't escape. Instead, they played along and set up a deadly trap for the 200 Fulongmen members, ensnaring them with skillful tricks and financial loss. What a perfectly crafted secret compartment. It's seamless to the extreme. If I hadn't probed it with spiritual sense. Even with my first layer cultivation, I wouldn't have noticed anything. I had already entered the midst of 50 or 60 assassins. Even a lion uses full effort when hunting a rabbit. I've only barely stepped into the first layer of key refining. If I bite off more than I can chew, sooner or later I'll be doomed in this secular underworld. However, the secret compartment is dug extremely deep and is certainly perfect. It hides their presence, but greatly weakens their awareness of the outside. When I used my artifact just now, it made no sound at all. They're completely unaware. 100 herb clear spirit pill. The intel was genuine. Medicine King Valley specifically rewarded their elite with this antidote. In preparation for tonight's poison ambush, if I withdraw now and truthfully report back to Sun Changsheng, given his suspicious nature, he'll definitely interrogate me about how I neutralized the enemy. Worst case scenario, even if he believes me, I'll only get credit for scouting, since you all treat us as mere servants. I have no reason to care about your fate, you bunch of outlaws. Go with the flow. And let Sun Changsheng and his 200 men in. Wait for them to trigger the poisonous miasma deep in the manor. Then the 50 or 60 assassins will strike suddenly. At that moment, the manor will be a perfect spiritual stone treasure vault, when both sides are locked in fierce combat. And Sun Changsheng faces despair. That's when I'll make my move. Minor credit for scouting. Can't compare to life-saving grace in critical times. With this great favor, I can earn absolute trust from the Fulongmen leadership. With cards in hand, I control my own fate. Reporting to Steward Sunday and all hall masters, I've thoroughly scouted Maple Manor from top to bottom. There's not a single soul inside. What's the situation inside? Is it really as the scouts described? Steward, please judge. I summoned the courage to sneak into their main storeroom and found the herbs and pill furnaces, even the weapons, all piled up untouched. It seems they were so terrified, they fled in panic, leaving even these valuable goods behind. Good kid, you really didn't let me down. To be honest, when you went to scout, I still felt uneasy. So I secretly sent a few more experts. They followed you at a distance and investigated as well. The report they sent back was identical to yours. Looks like Maple Manor truly is abandoned. Since you've accomplished such a feat, Sun always keeps his word. And from today onward, you officially become a disciple of Fulongmen. I'll report to the sect for your reward. Thank you, Master Steward, for your life-changing favor. Since you're familiar with the terrain, you'll lead the way and pass down orders later. Master Liu and the other servants will remain in place and clean up camp. All other hall members are to assemble immediately and follow me into the manor to inventory the supplies. Reporting to the steward, the two of us have searched the front, middle, and rear of the manor and checked every corner. Not a single living soul was found. Nor did we find any flash or explosive oil that could start a fire. It's clearly an empty city. Brothers, don't let your guard down after entering the manor. Black Tiger Hall, half of you secure the manor's front and back gates. Breeze Hall, come with me to seal the storeroom at the manor pavilion. Hmm, Medicine King Valley really went all out. Such a big operation, and they're willing to abandon it just like that. Looks like they're genuinely terrified of us now. I can't shake the feeling that something is off about this. This surprise attack. Even our own brothers only found out about the target right before action. For them to evacuate so swiftly and cleanly. How did this information get leaked? Deacon's son, what's so strange about this? With thousands of people under our command, it's a mixed bag. In every hall, there's bound to be someone who used to run with the three big gangs. Secret dealings among subordinates aren't unheard of. Once this battle is over, I'm definitely having the discipline hall conduct a thorough sweep. Pests within our ranks. The prey has entered the trap. The ones hiding in the dark are about to make their move. This is bad. Wait, this is... Hold your breath. Damn it. Those bastards from Maple Manor actually set up such a vicious, deadly trap. Deacon's son, we can't stay here any longer. This poison is too strange. Even though we held our breath right away, that green mist can still seep in through our pores. When I try to circulate my inner force now, it's already starting to feel sluggish. Hall Leader Lee is absolutely right. If we take in too much of this poison, not even a god could save us. Let's try to break out and escape this place first. As long as we make it outside, we can figure out our next move. Strategist son. Let's go. Looks like you two are the ones in charge. The one passed out on the ground. Bring him back alive to report in. As for these two, kill them right here. Leave no survivors. With just you rats hiding in the shadows. You think you can take us down? Do you really think our Black Tiger Hall is a pushover? If you were at your full strength, maybe we'd be wary of you. But you've already been hit by our Medicine King Valley's soft sinew potion. Even if you hold your breath, the toxin will still take effect gradually. You'll all just get weaker and weaker. We only need to stall you here. In less than half an incense stick's time, you'll be like fish on a chopping board. In the end, you'll still die. If we're going to die anyway, then I'll take you down with me. Killing one is worth it. Killing two is a bonus. So how does it feel, being at the end of your rope? Enough talking to them. No need to drag this out. Let's all attack and finish them. What? A person? It's you, kid. Didn't expect you to show up at a time like this. I'm surprised you two hall leaders still remember me. It's Chun's honor, really. Brother Chun, you've been hiding your skills. Thanks for saving us today. We'll never forget it. When we get back to the sect, no need for that. Now that you've seen me in action with your own eyes, and know my skills, I think it's best for you both to make peace with your fate. The 10th group of Essential Spirit Light is complete. That should be enough. Any more absorption, and I might suffer a backlash from my cultivation technique. This is the first time I've defeated 5 in a row. and I feel nothing. Actually, I'm excited. The evil energy of the seven malice art is subtly influencing me. I absolutely can't become a madman ruled by power. My core is still intact. The magic tool has finished charging. I've already proved my loyalty. Time to leave. Deacon Sun, you're finally awake. Chun too? Why are you here? Where is this place? What exactly happened last night? What about Hall Leader Zhao and the others? Deacon Sun, we're now deep in the forest over 10 miles outside Maple Manor. Last night was terrifying. The poison came too quickly. I inhaled a bit of it. My limbs went weak. I happened to see Hall Leader Zhao cut down a black-clad assassin. A white porcelain bottle fell out of the assassin's coat. In a panic, I tried anything I could. I swallowed one of the pills. And I really did feel a lot better. But when I poked my head out, I saw you collapsed and unconscious. And Hall Leader Zhao and Hall Leader Li were already surrounded by the black-clad men. What? At that moment, I had only one thought in my mind. Your kindness toward me is greater than a mountain. Even if I have to risk my worthless life, I absolutely can't let you die at the hands of those bastards. While the assassins attacked the two hall leaders, I dragged you into a hidden corner and gave you one of the remaining antidote pills. Then I carried you on my back and escaped through the hidden ditch. Got all these injuries from falling along the way. Barely managed to escape here by sheer luck. Heaven hasn't abandoned me. Good kid, good brother. I've seen plenty of betrayal and treachery in the martial world. Never thought a young man like you would pull me back from death's door today. Listen to me, Chun. From now on, you're my sworn brother. As long as we make it back to the sect safely, I guarantee it with my life. I will recommend you for the law enforcement hall to be my direct deputy. Brother Sun, you honor me too much. I only did what I should. How could I dare ask for such a reward? That's enough. It's settled then. Right now, we need to hurry up and regroup with the others. What happened last night was too strange. Brother Sun, what's wrong? There's the sound of hoofs ahead. At least 100 riders. Get off your horse and hide in the bush. Let's see who's coming before we act. There are people. It's Wu from the law enforcement hall. Old Wu. It's me, Sun Changsheng. Old Sun. Damn, you're still alive. Old Wu, what happened to you all? Weren't you attacking Green Bamboo Manor? How did things turn out like this? Don't even mention it, damn it. We were set up. Green Bamboo Manor was completely empty the moment we went in. Crossbows and poison smoke hit us from all sides. Their elite forces were already lying in wait, just waiting to trap us like turtles in a jar. Looks like the whole Fulongman operation plan has been leaked. Those 3 gangs were just waiting for us to take the bait. By the way, Old Sun, everyone you took with you was wiped out. Only you made it out alive. Who's this kid? Old Wu. Don't underestimate this kid. His name is Chun too. If it weren't for this kid risking his life to save me in the poisonous fog last night, my bones would be cold in Maple Manor by now. He's the one who saved my life. when we get back to the sect. I'm going to recommend him for our law enforcement hall. You've got guts, brother. Since your old son's brother. From now on, you're family. I wouldn't dare. No time to waste. This news must be sent back to the main hall immediately. Let's go. I want to see what's really going on. Hiya. Execute the traitor. The sneak attack failed. Root out the mole. This greedy beast called Fulongmen, after its furious rampage, is finally about to show its deadliest fangs. All forces halt. The wind's blowing straight at the valley entrance. There's sulfur and oil buried in the ground. People from the Medicine King Valley want to use toxic fire to trap us all at this bottleneck. Front line falls back 30 paces. Archers switch to fire arrows. Aim at the dead forest on both high slopes and fire. Director Sun. When Chun Tu attacked the Iron Sword Manor stronghold, the movement technique he used was bizarre and tricky. The punishment hall looked into it. That clearly belongs to the top floor of the scripture pavilion, a forbidden martial art that's been locked away. He's just a janitor, and he secretly learned such an advanced technique. According to the sect rules, that's a serious crime. Why hasn't the punishment hall arrested him yet? It only took him 1 year to go from a rookie to breaking through 13 key outposts of the 3 major gangs. He alone is as powerful as half our hall. The sect master gave the direct order. As long as he can defeat the enemy, all those petty rules will step aside for him. The sect won't hold him accountable, and will even give him the best resources. In the face of absolute talent and strength, rules are meant to be broken. Arrogant bastard. Breaking my mountain defense formation, destroying a century of my groundwork. Today I will make you pay. You talk too much. Where do you think you're going? Oh. Chun Tu, in just 1 year you've achieved countless feats. The sect leader has issued an order. First time meeting at the Shadow Assassin Hall. You're being exceptionally promoted to Deputy Hall Leader of the Shadow Assassin Hall. Now, in the Qingzhou martial world, who doesn't know the reputation of the Ghost Blade swordsman? Even elders from Iron Sword Manor fell by your hand. This Deputy Hall Leader position, you truly deserve it. Hey. Key cultivation, 3rd layer peak. The 4th layer really is a bottleneck. No matter how hard I push, I'm still just a little bit short. If I want to break through, I have to keep increasing the base amount of spirit stones in our group. Looks like I'll have to plunder someone else's spirit stones again. It's been a year. I used to feel conflicted and weigh the consequences every time I struck. But now, watching vibrant lives fade under my sword, my heart feels like dead water. I've even developed a natural indifference to life and a craving for plundering. These uncontrollable emotional detachments are terrifying. I want to cultivate immortality and live forever, but I absolutely don't want to turn into an emotionless monster. Greetings, Deputy Leader Chun. In 3 days, we'll launch a raid on the Sword-Casting Knights. This is Iron Sword Manor's last lifeline. Rumor has it that the Changgang sword formation is incredibly powerful. Too bad. The remaining spirit stones of that stubborn, wealthy inner steward have long been cleaned out by my Black Fiend squad. He confessed every single detail. As soon as we take this place, the deputy, in my title, will rightfully fall away. I've schemed and climbed for a year to reach this position, not for power, but for that sect leader Cow. Yet he always appears as elusive as a dragon, as if this life and death struggle is just a pain-free chess match. Even Bone Soup, no matter how far the battlefield, will collect every corpse and return them to Luoxia Peak post-battle. He calls it burial, setting up a grand formation to gather the remaining fortune. HMPH, trickery to fool the martial world rabble. Why would a cultivator go through so much trouble to collect mortal bodies? What's the hidden motive behind this? Internal purges happened again and again. Even several high-ups were killed. Yet top-secret intelligence keeps leaking mysteriously. With Fulong Sect's enormous power, they should have swallowed the 3 big factions long ago. But this war has dragged on for a whole year. Both sides have suffered countless casualties. Each intelligence leak leads to even more deaths on both sides. It's like someone from the shadows is deliberately controlling the pace of this war, manufacturing more victims. Now, the fall of the 3 main factions is imminent. When the celebration banquet comes and awards are handed out, that sect leader Cow, who's been in seclusion for years, will finally appear in person. As long as I can meet him, all my year of hiding and fighting won't have been in vain. Is this truly a dead-end siege for harvesting lives? We'll find out soon enough. Dashi, you're still practicing so late? You're really hardworking. Big Brother Chun. Everyone outside is afraid of Big Brother Chun, calling him the Ghost Blade Swordsman. They say he climbed to power over countless corpses. But in my heart, he'll always be the one who dug me out of the snow, gave me food, and taught me martial arts like a real big brother. Just one word from him. Even if there's a mountain of blades and sea of fire ahead, I'd jump. Your tiger fist has made nice progress. Your vital energy has strengthened quite a bit. A few bottles of blood tonic pills and tiger bone pills will greatly help your current stage of conditioning muscle and bone. Don't hesitate to take them. Big Brother Chan, this is too valuable. Over the past year, I can't even count how much you've given me. I haven't made any contributions, and just stay at the rear enjoying life all day. I really can't face taking anything more from you. Stop giving me that fake pretense. You call me Big Brother. Naturally, I treat you as my real younger brother. If I give it to you, just take it. Get your martial arts up fast. That's the greatest repayment you can give me. Immortal and mortal are separate. One day I'll uncover Fulong Sect's secrets and search for traces of the old immortal master. Step into the world of cultivation. I can't protect you for your whole life. But before I leave, I'll ensure you have the means to survive in this cannibalistic world. Big Brother Chan, I heard from the others. In a few days, our Shadow Assassin Hall is launching an attack to fight the sword-casting knights. I want to go too. Even if I'm just helping out with menial tasks, it's fine. No way, sword-casting knights are extremely dangerous. Your practical skills aren't ready yet. These past few days, you need to stay quietly in Luoyan Valley. I just saw you practicing your moves. Your stance is steady, but you're still missing something. You should work on the old tree rooting technique some more. When I come back, I'll test you myself. Brother Chan is teaching you. Don't worry, I won't slack off. Such incredible martial arts skills. Even with Zhu Tai and I working together, we couldn't last more than a dozen moves. But I wonder if his skills in strategy and formation are as dangerous as his swordsmanship. Deputy Hall Master Chun has already made all the preparations. We can break camp at any time. Deputy Hall Master Chun, the swordsmith hero, is a tough nut to crack. Inside, Tai Mianjin Su Tishan is holding the fort. He's a real tough customer. There have always been rumors in the martial world that years ago, Su Tishan, at the peak of the acquired stage, fought to the death and killed a legendary cultivator. It's probably not true, but we still need to be careful. Zhu Tai was right. Whether that rumor is true or not, there's no smoke without fire. There must be some reason behind it. It's not impossible for an acquired martial artist to kill a low-level rogue cultivator. If he really has killed a cultivator, he must have obtained something from the cultivation world. When the time comes, we'll extract his soul and interrogate him, and surely gain some unexpected rewards. You can't entirely believe in rumors, but you definitely can't underestimate the enemy either. Stick strictly to the plan. Everyone does their part. Don't let the formation fall into chaos. Yes. Let's move out. You dogs from Fulong Sect. Don't think that just because you got the upper hand, you can swallow up my Iron Sword Manor's 100-year legacy. As long as we're here today, this swordsmith stronghold will be your grave. No need to waste words with them. If you've got the guts, come at us. Let's see how my Manor's sword formation crushes you all. Kill. Kill. Showdown. Ah! Left flank. Third squad, attack their open lower defense. The right flank, ignore the periphery. Cut in and disrupt their footwork. Center group, spread out. Attack from both sides and sandwich them. Don't go head to head. Deputy Hall Master Chun's Tiangang sword formation is very defensive. If the center spreads out, won't that just expose our flanks to the enemy? If we attack blindly like this, I'm afraid there'll be even more casualties. What Zhu Tai said makes sense. In my opinion, we should concentrate our best fighters and forcefully break through at one point. Do as I said. If anyone disobeys, They'll be dealt with by sect rules. Change formation. Follow the Deputy Hall Master's orders. How did it come to this? Who is that kid? How could he spot the weak point of the Changgang sword formation at a glance? So young. Could he be the infamous shadow swordsman? No, the formation is broken. We can't hold him. If only Elder Su were here. Retreat! All disciples fall back to the rear mountain. Ah! The ringleader is trying to escape. You two stay here and continue directing the cleanup of the remaining enemies. Don't let the formation fall into chaos. Those leaders trying to escape. I'll go after them. These two were both skilled fighters. In just a few breaths, they were wiped out without even a trace of resistance. Such a fast sword! Cowardly and afraid of death, running away at the last moment. Abandoning your fellow disciples, you deserve to die. Could this be the one Su Tai mentioned? Holding down the fort here, the elder who killed a cultivator. Su Tishan. Where did this rookie come from? His true energy is so intense it's intimidating.
He must be Elder Su, no doubt.
The Black Fiend's spirit is absorbing energy in the chaos at the gate. It won't be able to switch back for a while. Fine, I'll use you to test my year of mundane martial arts training. This kid looks so young. His movements are unpredictable. Not a single defensive move in his sword technique. Every strike is aimed straight at the vital points. Block it. Kid, who are you? My sword is made from heavenly cloud iron from beyond the sky, forged through 1,000 hammerings. How could it be as fragile as paper under your black sword? Just what kind of weapon do you hold in your hand? My name isn't worth mentioning, but I've heard Elder Su from Iron Sword Manor supposedly killed an immortal cultivator years ago. Is this story true or not? That's right, I did kill one back then. An arrogant cultivator. Nas. He was so full of himself just because he knew a few basic spells. But wasn't he taken down by my blade? Kid, who are you really? Mortal martial arts. Verification complete. Without using spiritual power, I can still contend head-on with innate masters. Finish this quickly. There's no need to waste more time. No matter who you are, do you really think you can defeat me just by relying on some powerful weapon? I haven't even revealed my true skills yet. Not good. Even my black sword was damaged. That flying needle is a magical artifact. You actually managed to block it. Impossible. This needle is an immortal item. It can pierce anything. What's the story behind your black sword? Kid, losing your weapon is a grave mistake. What? Art of controlling objects. That's a cultivator's technique. Innate true qi is like a furnace. It can indeed counteract cold energies. But against real cultivation methods, it's nothing but a mantis trying to stop a cart. Now you, a postnatal martial artist, how could you possibly kill a cultivator? Tell me everything that happened back then, in detail. That man was badly wounded. He could barely stand. I hid in the shadows, struck his vital point from behind with a sword. So it was all boasting. He was gravely injured and near death. A beginner cultivator at the early key refining stage with drained power. Ambushed by a mortal, got taken out. What did you find on him? A spiritual pill. I swallowed it, broke through to the innate stage and found a blue flying needle. And a palm-sized thin slice. Like jade, but not jade. I couldn't activate it with true key. So I've always kept it with me. A slice like jade, but not jade. A jade slip. Without spiritual power, mortals naturally can't open it. The thousand silk needle was crafted from the pearl threads of an ancient monster, the thousand silk pearl, a top-grade artifact made from its natal pearl threads. Silent and untraceable, designed to break defensive key shields. No wonder even my black sword could be damaged. The jade slip says, there are 6 needles in a full set. When all 6 fly out, even gods and ghosts can't defend. Even though I only have 1 broken needle now. With my treasure mirror, as long as I repair it and replicate the other 5 needles, I'll have the complete killing formation. That trump card must not be revealed. The basic spells I've practiced secretly all year are still clumsy in combat, but perfect for cleaning up afterward. Time to go back and report. These 2 stubbornly resisted, but I've completely subdued them. Those 2 teamed up? Even for me, it would have been a tough fight. He chased them out, but in just the time it takes for an incense stick to burn. He managed to defeat them all without a scratch. Deputy Hallmaster, you are truly formidable. It's just that, when you pursued, did you ever see Elder Su Tishan who guards this place? He's been famous in Qingzhou for years. His swordsmanship is superb. We have always been wary of him making a move. But from beginning to end, he never appeared. Maybe he saw the tide had turned and fled alone. If that's really the case, it saves us a lot of trouble. Otherwise, with his swordsmanship, even the 3 of us together might not take him down easily. I chased all the way. Only saw these 2 leaders. Didn't spot Su Tishan. He must have seen what was coming and left early. It's good he escaped. The 3 major Pain sect factions have been completely wiped out. From now on, this whole Qingzhou region will be dominated solely by our Fulong sect. I heard that at the celebration banquet in 3 days. The Fulong sect master who has been in seclusion for years will finally make an appearance in person. He'll hand out rewards based on merit. And there's a rumor going around that the sect master is a legendary cultivator. This time, he's going to bestow some immortal fortune. Immortal fortune. No wonder everyone from every hall is rushing back like mad. But speaking of the greatest achievement, it still belongs to our own newly promoted Darkthorn Hall Master, Lord Chun Tu. These past few days, so many people have been trying to curry favor and call themselves relatives at his courtyard. The threshold is about to be worn down. Save your breath. Hall Master Chun has shut his doors and refused visitors. He won't give face to anyone. That kind of person is way out of our league. That old man truly is a mysterious figure. The effectiveness of the purity mantra in suppressing evil energy is truly overwhelming. After returning victorious, the first thing I did was head to the library pavilion to find him. But he was gone, with the place empty. It wasn't until I returned to that old firewood hut from years ago and found this booklet under the bedboards that I realized he had already seen through me. He knew I'd be backlashed by demonic arts. So he left behind this method to suppress murderous energy before drifting away. Was he a secluded rogue cultivator? Or a worldly master playing among mortals? Well, whoever he was, I Chan Tu will remember this kindness. After spending a huge amount of treasure mirror energy, I finally managed to fully restore the 1,000 silken needles set. They're all from the same source, resonating together, flawlessly integrated. Now at key refining stage 4, my divine sense has grown greatly, and it's finally much easier to control them. I am Xiaohu from Tiger Might Hall. I've heard for a long time that Hall Master Chun is young and accomplished. Seeing you today truly proves your reputation. I toast you with a bowl. I'm not good with alcohol, so I'll use tea instead. Hall Master, all these folks are here because of your fame, but you don't even bother to give a friendly face. Haha, this is indeed Hall Master Chun from the Darkthorn Hall. He really is so young. I have been in the sect for over 10 years, and I'm still guarding a shabby little hall. Hall Master Chun is only 16 or 17, yet he's already on equal footing with us. How will things turn out from here? It's like the Yangtze River waves pushing the old ones forward. Even I don't know where to put my old face anymore. Now I remember Hall Master Han, when we attacked Thousand Stream Island recently. Tiger Might Hall led the frontal assault. I heard casualties were heavy. Darkthorn Hall, the night before the attack, eliminated 3 of their secret sentries on the East Beach. So your hall must have faced much more than just those people. As for what Hall Master Han said about being equals, I-chan, don't think much of it. In the world of martial arts, putting your life on the line is all about real skill, not seniority. Hall Master Han, if you ever feel I'm not secure enough in this position, you're welcome to come and challenge me anytime. Hall Master Chan, you're joking. The founder of Fulong sect is Cao Li. A year and a half of laying low. Finally, we get to meet the real master. I really want to see who you truly are. Key refining stage 8. A full 4 stages above me. Besides, the strange fluctuation at the edge of his spiritual power on his body. Today is the joyous day of Hidden Dragon Gate. Such a grand scene as we have today is not the work of me alone, Cao. It's because all my brothers worked together with one heart. We fought fearlessly, shedding blood inch by inch for this achievement. I must also thank all the powers present for granting a bit of face to Hidden Dragon Gate. You traveled from afar, braving hardships to come here today. Cao thanks you all here. We pledge our lives to serve the leader. Today we will confer rewards based on merit. All who contributed will be rewarded. Chun 2, from the Shadow Assassin's Hall. Excellent. You led the attack on Greenwood Ridge. You burned the pursuing troops at Medicine King Valley. You fought at Sword Burial Peak. You broke through the Heavenly Gang Sword Formation. Even more, you led 800 elite men to take Sword Forging Gorge, cutting off the last strategic stronghold of Iron Sword Manor. To achieve so many feats at such a young age is remarkable. You're so young, yet there's a fierce aura about you. I imagine you charge into battle bravely. But you must have sent many souls to the underworld with your blade. He sensed the murderous intent within me. If not for the inner armor hiding it, and diligently practicing the mind-clearing incantation to suppress it, I definitely wouldn't have been able to conceal it from him today. Leader, you flatter me. I'm simply doing my duty as a disciple. It's long been said that the path of immortals is not easily shared, and there's an unbridgeable gap between mortals and immortals. But my brothers and I have risked our lives together. Such friendship is heavier than Mount Tai. Today I'll make an exception and bestow upon you an immortal cultivation method. This is called the Hidden Dragon Heart Technique. It is a gentle, immortal breathing technique, combined with the methods of mundane inner energy cultivation. Ordinary people can also practice it. It not only strengthens the body and prolongs life, but also tempers the soul and nourishes the mind. The leader is bestowing an immortal technique. We swear to follow our leader to the death. This kid carries a strange energy like mine. Now he's acting so generous, letting mortals train in this kind of technique. What is this old monster plotting? This Hidden Dragon Heart Technique is a blend of immortal breathing technique, fused with mundane internal energy methods. Even mortals with regular bodies can practice it. The bone-storing tower that collects corpses after the war. And the strange aura around him, that faint, mysterious air. When connecting all these things together, the deeper you think about it, the more chilling it becomes. This is definitely not just some life-prolonging, benevolent technique. When the banquet is over, I must thoroughly study this technique and see what it's really hiding. But what Cao just said is only about the benefits of this technique. Still, immortal arts are far from ordinary. So you all must advance according to your own condition. Never be rash or impatient. Don't cross the line. If you force your practice beyond your understanding, and it leads to madness or insanity, even I won't be able to save you. Rest assured, leader. We will follow your teachings closely. We would never seek merit recklessly. It's only right that immortal techniques have barriers. The fact that the leader does this much for us brothers is already an enormous favor. However, you don't need to worry too much. Techniques should not be taught lightly. The path shouldn't be spread indiscriminately. Since I'm passing this technique to you, I certainly won't leave you unguided. Within this year, whenever you have questions while practicing, you may take note of them yourself. When 1 year has passed, I will open a forum on the main peak of Fallen Sunset Peak to formally teach the technique and answer your questions one by one. It's one thing to hand down a technique, but he's even going to teach in person. An immortal cultivator at key refining level 8 ignores the path of secluded cultivation and builds his own sect among mortal martial artists and even answers questions himself. It's honestly too leisurely. Since you're all gathered here today with such lively spirits, I, Cao, have another favor to ask. Yanner, come up here. Everyone, this is my daughter, Cao Yanner. She is 15 years old this year. This girl is indeed very beautiful. She isn't shy like regular girls. She has a playful touch. But to present her before everyone today, what does that mean? What, is our hall leader Chun interested now? That look in your eyes. Haven't seen you stare at anyone that seriously before. Our hall leader Chun, truly a young hero. And this is Miss Cao, who just came of age. A perfect match, really. But apparently, this young lady has quite a forceful and domineering character. Most men can't even get her to look at them. And she's especially stubborn. Yet our hall leader Chun is so famous. Who knows? Maybe she's been admiring you in secret. Vice Hall leader Zhu is really well informed. He even knows her temper inside out. But really, Chun's been in the sect for over a year and never heard that the leader has such a daughter. What's strange about that? The leader is an immortal cultivator.
His affairs are always mysterious.
How could regular disciples know about his family? Only a few high-ups know about this. Just a handful of the upper echelons. I only vaguely heard from my uncle, who's in the elders' hall, mention it once. Never actually saw her before. But now we've seen her in person. She really is a beauty. The leader kept her hidden all these years, and now suddenly introduces her publicly. I'm sure you all are wondering why I, Cao, brought my young daughter out today. This matter is actually a bit of a joke to share with you all. I have regarded this daughter of mine as the pearl of my hand since she was a child. She has been pestering me to learn martial arts since she was young, but I feel sorry for her regarding the path of martial arts. Bruises and injuries are common occurrences. How could I bear to let her suffer through those hardships? But this girl has a stubborn temperament. A few days ago, I specifically chose several elders with the highest martial arts skills and the most seniority from the sect, letting them take turns teaching Yanner martial arts. But who would have thought? After this girl studied with the elders for a while, she came running to me, refusing to study anymore no matter what I said. She said it was truly boring to be with those old folks, and insisted on finding someone closer to her own age. So taking this opportunity today, I thought I'd just let my daughter choose for herself. Everyone present, you are all the elites of our Fulong sect's younger generation. There must be someone who can catch this girl's eye. I wonder if anyone is willing to be my daughter's master? She's already 15 and has never practiced martial arts. This cow, Yana, clearly has no talent for cultivation. Master Cow is going to such great lengths to find a mundane martial arts master for her. This is a perfect opportunity. For over a year now, Master Cow has been in seclusion and hasn't come out. I haven't been able to probe his background at all. If I can use the chance to teach his child to enter and leave the sect master's residence legitimately, why should I worry about not being able to discover his secrets? Those sitting in front of Yaner are all the most young and promising members of our Fulong sect. Maybe there is someone suitable to be a master. This is Deputy Hall Master Zhu of the Hidden Sting Hall. With his fast sword technique, he rarely meets his match. He's actually quite suitable to be my master. I'll take note of him first. You are sitting in the main seat of the Hidden Sting Hall. Then you must be that Chun Tu who became a hall master at only 16? It is indeed Chun Mo. Strange. I heard earlier that you attained the position of hall master at such a young age. And I thought you'd be a dashing young hero. But seeing you today, you actually look so ordinary. There's not a single outstanding thing about you. You think I'm ordinary? If I were to release even a trace of the energy from my 4th level of key refining, you, the young miss, would probably be unable to even stand firmly right now. Right, I also heard that your best martial arts are the flying petal moon-chasing sword and the cloud crane 9-fold steps. These 2 techniques are extremely difficult. Ordinary people wouldn't even dare to touch them. Yet you dare to practice both at the same time. You really are a curious person. Miss Cow overpraises me. I just felt these 2 techniques happened to suit my temperament, so I picked them up and practiced. As for whether they are difficult, I didn't really take it to heart. After thinking it over just now, I still feel that although you are a bit plain-looking, those 2 martial arts you practice happen to be my favorites. From today on, you are my master. I am honored by your favor, young miss. I will certainly do my best. Lower your elbow by half an inch. Don't keep your shoulders too tense when striking with the sword. Got it. Senior Brother Chun, how was my practice of this move? Isn't it a lot better than yesterday? Barely watchable. I've practiced for 3 whole days. Can't you give me a single compliment? Miss Cow, sword techniques are about killing the enemy, not showing off. When you started just now, your breath leaked 3 times, and your footwork was off by 2 inches. If you were facing an enemy, such flaws would be enough to get you killed twice. Over the past month, I have remained extremely cautious. But Cao Yanner's disdain for me is written all over her face. Other than practicing martial arts, it's just more martial arts. It seems she really did stick to me just for the sake of learning, completely unlike her unfathomable father. Senior Brother Chun, could you demonstrate this flying petal moon splash move for me one more time? Watch closely. So powerful. Did you see it clearly? I saw it clearly. Senior Brother Chun, given my aptitude, how many years would it take to reach your level? If you practice hard, Miss Cow, 5 years. To reach minor mastery, 5 years. That's way too long. I'll be an old maid by then. Miss Cow, why are you so obsessed with martial arts? With your father's abilities, even in the entire Qingzhou, no one would dare to touch you in the slightest. Why work so hard? My father is my father, and I am me. I don't want to rely on his protection my whole life. Besides, my father is in seclusion all day. I don't even see him a few times throughout the year. Even if I wanted to rely on him, I wouldn't have the chance. Your father's cultivation is profound. For those on the path of immortality, long periods of seclusion are quite common. What's common about it? Other people's fathers. At least they can be seen every now and then. But my father, he stays in seclusion for months at a time. Sometimes I don't even see a shadow of him for half a year. The days he has personally spent with me probably don't even add up to a year. So, it's more practical to learn some skills myself. In the future, even if no one protects me, I won't be bullied by others. After a month of groundwork, the time is finally ripe. Miss Cao, your father was able to establish the Fulong Sect's foundation all by himself and possesses the arts of immortality. It is truly admirable. Speaking of which, I have been extremely curious about immortal matters since I was a child. But mortals are just mortals after all. I haven't even seen an immortal master's face. As the daughter of an immortal master, Miss Cao, you must know a lot about immortal matters, right? I'm afraid you've asked the wrong person. Although my father is a cultivator, he never mentions these things to me. I asked a few times when I was little, but he was either vague about it or would pull a long face and tell me not to ask too much. As time went by, I stopped asking. Then your father is indeed very mysterious. He's more than just mysterious. Actually, even my own origin is something I've pieced together from his words, bit by bit over the years. It is said that decades ago, my father was in Kangwu town, north of Qingzhou, and had a brief romantic encounter. My mother was an ordinary woman in the town. After giving birth to me, the two of them separated for some unknown reason. All these years, I don't even know if she's still alive. I don't even remember what she looks like. I've been probing for a month, yet I haven't found a single detail about Master Cao's cultivation. Instead, I've learned about the sect master's past romantic history, an ordinary woman from Kangwu town. Let's not talk about these old, trivial matters anymore. Brother Chun, let's end your practice here for today. I'll come find you again tomorrow. Miss Cao, take care on your way. All the piles of case files and assignments in the hall were dumped entirely on Zhu Tai and Fang Yan. Although these two had complaints. Because of Cao Yin'er, they could only swallow it despite their resentment. As for Sun Chengsheng, he is absolutely loyal to me. I promoted him as my deputy and assigned Master to do miscellaneous tasks under him, with the bond of this life-saving favor. Even if one day I leave Fulong Sect, this silly kid will have a dependable backer. It's been a month. This mere scripture of a few thousand words. I've broken it down dozens of times, yet I can't find the slightest trace of anything strange, since I can't spot any flaws. I'll try it myself. The Niwan technique is where the soul and spirit are stored. This method can actually borrow the immortal energy techniques, allowing a mortal's fragile soul and spirit to receive some nourishment and refining. Mere mortals have no understanding of divine consciousness, so they simply can't temper their souls on their own. Cao actually blazed a new trail, creating such a marvelous, persistent technique. Shedding the mortal form, tempering the soul and spirit, naturally boosts focus and reaction time. These idiots mistook the excitement from their souls being nourished as a sudden improvement in their martial arts. Cao would never be this generous out of pure kindness. He went to so much effort, refining the souls of these subordinates. But for what purpose? Half a month ago, under the pretense of a memorial, I investigated the cemetery where tens of thousands of wrongful dead were buried. There should have been a chill wind everywhere, an overwhelming baleful aura. Yet in this vast Wanying city, there wasn't the slightest trace of yin energy. It was all empty. Even the endless deliveries of bones for soup to the mountain were never actually here, passing on the technique. was just like fattening up livestock. Making the living souls larger and stronger. Collecting the dead from the battlefield was just a cover to distract others. The remains and fragments of souls had long since been secretly moved by Master Cow to another hidden location for certain unspeakable undertakings. Master Cow has already reached key refining level 8, while I, relying on more than 100 souls, barely managed to break through to key refining level 4, a gap of 4 entire minor realms, like an insurmountable divide. In the face of such overwhelming power, any rash test or probe would be like dancing on the edge of a knife. Since he set up such a grand plan to nurture souls, I'll play along with his scheme. I'll enter the game myself. I'm a cultivator, far better versed in scripture than mortals. If the Fulong technique ever shows signs of backfire, I can cut it off immediately. As for learning Cao Yi's secrets, there's no rush. Now that I'm Cao Yanner's master, using the pretext of teaching her, as time goes by, I'll surely coax something useful out of her. When a year passes, during the so-called public sermon, I'll see what the old monster is really plotting. Back at the Eastern Town graveyard, there were 2 storage pouches left by the evil cultivator. I already opened the gray one, but this black one, now that my cultivation has improved greatly, and my spiritual power has grown several times over, it's time to try again. Break! Even at key refining level 4, I can't even make a dent in this restriction. Just how terrifying was that evil cultivator when alive, to keep such a thing so close, and set up such a domineering restriction? Whatever's inside must be even more sinister than a soul banner. Back at the graveyard, it was you that burst forth with golden light, and shattered the evil cultivator's soul. Pouring in spiritual power directly elicits no reaction at all. The level of this item must far exceed my current understanding. Wait, the white light from the treasure mirror hasn't stopped. When old Luo handed it to me,
It looked exactly the same.
now the treasure mirror is still repairing itself, which means that back when old Luo got it, this golden pearl was already incomplete. Stop. That was close. Just from glancing at those runes, my soul almost lost control. If I were to fully restore it and trigger some unpredictable backlash, I wouldn't even have ashes left. Innocence itself brings blame. Possessing treasures invites disaster. If I ever encounter that old celestial master, and he realizes the golden pearl was restored, the mirror's world-shaking secret will be exposed, and I'm certain to be killed for it. So there's no rushing the golden pearl issue. Once my cultivation is higher, and I have enough power to protect myself, and have fully understood its dangers, then I can restore it. After many days cultivating the heart-clearing mantra, the baleful aura entrenched in my spiritual platform has finally been suppressed. I can finally cultivate again. This past year and more, to survive and keep cultivating in this chaotic world, although I've tried my best to restrain myself, I ultimately had no choice but to use the lives of over 100 people to refine this spiritual tool. Now, after reaching key refining level 4, I have the method for condensing a Yinshaw pill. As long as I condense the intangible baleful energy into a physical pill, I can trade out the spirit mirror and restore it without limit. A single one becomes 2, endless regeneration. With the spirit mirror as my safeguard, I finally no longer need to kill indiscriminately just to cultivate. Kaiyuan's hidden creation song. Hi. If the afterimage of Li Fan is not dealt with right now, it will dissipate. Done. The power contained in this elixir is purely refined. It's far superior to the scattered energy drawn from artifacts, and not as violent as the roots of spiritual herbs. Treasure mirror. With such an endless supply of resources, hand me the sword of immortals and mortals. Break! Reaching the 5th level of key refining was a breeze. Over these past 6 months, with the calming heart mantra protecting my spiritual embryo, plus the inexhaustible supply of yin sha elixirs. If ordinary cultivators knew about my cultivation speed, they'd be shocked out of their minds. Senior Brother Chan, why did you get up so late today? I've already been practicing alone in the courtyard for half an hour. I'm here. Yeah. Raise your wrist an inch higher. Your stance is too unstable. Flying flower moon boat sword. It's all about a one-hit kill. Today your moves appear soft and weak. So many openings. If you meet an enemy, you won't make it past a single move. I'm done practicing. Miss Cow, you seem especially restless today. You're even slipping up with your most practiced sword techniques. Did something upset you? It's all my father. He's been acting stranger and stranger lately. Even though my dad used to go into seclusion often, at least he'd come out every few months to see me and check on my martial arts. But ever since the last celebration banquet, for the past 6 months, he's locked himself away in the back mountain day in and day out. Hasn't even seen me once? The sect master is a cultivator, pursuing the path to immortality. Maybe the sect master is right at a critical breakthrough, not wanting anyone to disturb him. That's probably why he's been in seclusion. What critical moment? A few days ago, I missed him so much. So I snuck over to the Forbiddance area of the back mountain while the guards were changing shifts. I tiptoed quietly outside the Forbiddance grounds. Guess what I heard? My dad was talking to himself inside like a madman. Don't panic, Miss Cow. The sect master is a master cultivator. He wouldn't run into trouble easily. Still, it's pretty unusual. Did you happen to hear exactly what the sect master was saying? Was he chanting some profound and mysterious immortal spell? If he really went off track during cultivation, that would be a big problem for our Fuluo sect. We can't afford to take this lightly. I was too far away, so I couldn't hear it clearly. It just sounded like he was talking to something. Sometimes his voice was harsh and sinister. Other times he sounded respectful. I faintly heard him mention old man over and over. And something about master too. But I was too far to see anything for sure. I got so scared at the time. I accidentally made a noise. My dad noticed. He suddenly broke out of seclusion. His eyes were red as blood. He looked at me like he didn't even know me. He actually yelled at me like never before. He almost even hit me. Since I was little, no matter how badly I messed up, my dad has never lost his temper at me like that. Senior brother Chun. Do you think my dad? Could it be because he pushed those immortal techniques too far that he suffered a psychotic break and his mind got messed up? Long secluded retreat, muttering to himself, calling out old man and master? The only one Miss Cow would call master. Could that be the old immortal master of Fulong Temple that the late Master Luo couldn't stop thinking about before he died? So behind Kiao there was actually another living cultivator hidden? Wow. Let's not talk about this old stuff anymore. Let's wrap it up here for today, Senior Brother Chun. I'll come look for you again tomorrow. Take care, Miss Cow. The old man and Master Cao Yan are mentioned, are almost certainly that old immortal master. But if Cao Di and the old master were master and disciple, how come nobody in Fulong sect knows about it? And why did the old immortal master just vanish from the world? The Doi's temple changed its look entirely and became today's Fulong sect. Clearly, Cao Di is not a good person. A cultivator at the 8th layer of key refining, founding a sect in the mortal world, fighting wars everywhere, but deliberately controlling the pace of every battle. So both sides keep taking heavy losses, then going to great lengths after the fight to gather up corpses. This past half year, I've used soul-nourishing methods to strengthen my spirit. When mortals practice this technique, the results are immediate. Their energy seems boundless. Old wounds heal up. Some even get so excited they don't sleep for days. There's nothing strange about the technique itself. What's strange is Cao Yi's intentions. Passing down this cultivation method. It's definitely not to grow the sect stronger, but to gather a group of mortals with powerful, refined spirits. As for what he wants to do with them, it can't be anything good. There's less than half a year until Master Cao's promised public lecture. There's not much time left. Should I keep hiding out? Or reach out to Hall Master Chun myself? But if I meet him in the courtyard, Big Brother's son keeps teasing me about Hall Master and whatnot. We're all brothers here. Just call me whatever in private. Honestly, Brother Chun, you spend all day cooped up in the courtyard, never going out at all. The guys in the hall are starting to forget what the deputy leader of the Dark Branch looks like. Look at Dashi. His martial arts are improving by leaps and bounds. We sparred a few rounds the other day. It's that brain of his, still a bit dull, but it doesn't really matter. Just let him train with me for a few more years. I'll make sure he gets a tough lesson or two. He'll become a sharp kid. Thanks to Uncle Sun's guidance by my side, I've been able to make the progress I have today. Brother Chan, it's been so long since I've seen you. You look a lot stronger now. And you carry yourself with more composure. Master, your perseverance. Even Brother Sun acknowledges it. That shows you've really worked hard. But don't get complacent because of that. There's still a long road ahead. Don't worry, Brother Chun. I definitely won't slack off. Brother Sun, what brings you here today? I saw you've been cooped up in your courtyard for over half a year. I was worried you might get sick from all that boredom. You know, little brother, that's actually true. If it weren't for the hidden dragon technique granted by the sect leader, this immortal technique is truly marvelous. I feel like I've gotten 10 years younger lately. I barely even need to sleep anymore. I'm up before dawn, practicing my forms. I feel like I have endless energy, especially lately. No matter what I'm training, my mind feels especially sharp. Those moves I couldn't figure out before. Now, with just a little thought, it all makes sense. No matter how much I practice, I don't feel tired. Effects like these are simply unheard of. But as great as the technique is, some passages and mantras are really obscure. I'm not that bright. And there are parts I just can't figure out no matter how long I try. Since you have monster-level talent in martial arts, I came over to discuss it and get your advice. Once I fully understood the whole technique, I'm planning to teach it to Dash. He's still young right now, and his position's not high enough. But with your standing in the sect, if you want to teach him in private, it's just a word from you. The boy has good potential. If he learns this technique, his future prospects will be limitless. Brother son, there's no rush with this. Dash is still young. His body isn't fully developed yet, and his mind isn't steady enough. Even though this method is good, it comes from immortal sect techniques, which are nothing like ordinary martial arts. He needs to build a solid foundation first. He shouldn't aim too high too soon. If he jumps into it blindly, and it unsettles his mind, the risk is simply not worth it.
Dash.
Don't think your brother is holding you back. Cultivation is all about steady progress, step by step. When your martial arts are stronger, and your mind is more settled, it won't be too late to learn then. Whatever you say, Brother Chun, I'll listen to you. You're just looking out for me. I'm in no rush to learn. It's true. Dash has always been a bit slow-witted. If he gets mixed up by all those complicated mantras and ends up hurting himself, it really would be shooting himself in the foot. All right, I'll go with your suggestion and take it slow. As long as Dash, this piece of uncut jade, doesn't get tainted by the evil arts of slavery, that's already a small blessing amid all the bad luck. As for Sun Changsheng, he's already in too deep. If I try to stop him by force, I'll only alert the enemy. For the past month, I've been guiding Kauninger in martial arts as usual. I thought if I was patient and persistent, I could get some information this way. Or find an excuse to meet Master Cao once, just to probe a little. But unexpectedly, after being in seclusion for over half a year, Master Cao suddenly reappeared a few days ago without any warning. And the moment he came out, he issued a strict order, summoning all the officials on the mountain to gather together with the hall masters in the main hall on the main peak. Such a lineup is definitely unusual. Normally, meetings are held in a side hall mid-mountain. But today, Master Cao is pulling out all the stops. No wonder everyone is so anxious. They're all worried it was some hall that screwed up and caused a colossal disaster. Since everyone's here, let's all go inside. Yes, sect leader. Opening the door from afar. It's just basic object manipulation. It's only for impressing ordinary people. The real odd thing is his voice. Just that short sentence just now. His breath was weak, and his voice was actually trembling, like someone still recovering from a long illness. Forcing himself to speak with strength. Greetings, sect leader. You may all rise. Take your seats. To be that drained of vital energy, to such an extent. The aura? The faint, strange presence from 6 months ago has now become so thick it's almost tangible. And his inner spiritual power hasn't improved at all. Still stuck at level 8 of key refinement. After over half a year in seclusion, his cultivation hasn't advanced. Instead, he's been wrapped by this terrifying corpse aura. This sect leader, who once stood so high above,